2022 question 2, more functions. For which of the values of x is this function positive? Okay, so this is a quadratic, a reciprocal of a quadratic. So let's look at the quadratic itself, okay? Because 1 divided by a positive number is positive. So we just need to see when this function inside is positive, because this function is essentially to the power of minus 1 just means 1 divided by. So this would just be 1 divided by 24 minus 14x minus 3x squared. Now, if this bottom bit is positive, then we're happy. We just need to find out when that bottom part of this function is positive. So this is minus 3x squared minus 14x plus 24. We can factorize it, minus 3 and 24. What factors do they share? What happens when we times minus 3 by 24? So that would give us minus 72. Two numbers that times to minus 72 and add to minus 14 is going to be minus 18 plus 4. So we can rewrite this now. So this is a method of factorizing. First of all, we find two numbers that multiply there. We multiply a and c, and then we find two numbers that multiply to that result and add to the middle one, and then we separate the middle one to those two bits. That would be minus 18x plus 4x plus 24 equals 0. So I'm just rewriting that function with the middle bit rewritten as those two parts as a little trick, which helps us factorize this function. Now we can factorize this first bit. Minus 3x is clearly a common factor between these two. And that minus 3x times by x will give us the minus 3x squared. Minus 3x times by plus 6 will give us the minus 18x. Then we take out 4 from here. That's clearly common. And it should give us the x plus 6 in the middle. And it does indeed equals to 0. Now we have minus 3x of the x plus 6's, and we have another 4 of the x plus 6's. So we can say we have minus 3x plus 4 of the x plus 6's. Okay. Now this should help us sketch. We have quite a few features for the sketch. First of all, the first feature that we have is that it is indeed a negative function. So it will be a sad face. The next detail we have is that it has a y-intercept of 24. And then now we can get the two solutions from here. X plus 6 equals to 0. It will be x equals to minus 6. And rearrange this, x will equal to minus 3x plus 4 equals to 0. So we solve for x for there. You minus the 4, then divide by the minus 3, we'll get 4 over 3. Now you can see why they're banging on around minus 6 and 4 over 3 there. So we have the solutions here. I'll draw that again, slightly missed the line there. There we are, minus 6 and 4 over 3, a y-intercept of 24, plus 24. And it's a side face. And we can see it's a side face by the shape that we're getting from the important points. I'll draw that again. We just missed it, but I think now it might not exactly look like this. I think the maximum would probably be more over there because this distance is larger than that distance. But it doesn't matter. We just need to see where it is positive. So this graph is positive, i.e. above the x-axis. The y is positive in this region here. So that is going to be, needs to be greater than the minus 6 and less than. So x needs to be greater than the minus 6 and less than the 4 over 3. Which part is that? That is D. Greater than the minus 6 and less than the 4 over 3. Okay, so this is question 20 from paper 20. Find the coordinates of the points at which this line y equals m 3x minus 2 is tangent to this curve. Okay, so we can start by drawing a quick sketch. It's not going to be an accurate sketch. It's just a positive quadratic going through the point minus 7. I don't have the solution, so I don't know exactly how it looks. But let's just assume it was almost symmetrical. And 3x minus 2 has to be a tangent to this curve. Now, it's not quite working out the way I've drawn it, but let's just imagine that it's a tangent like that, okay? So that means that it intersects once, okay? one intersection point if it's a tangent. That's the definition of a tangent. It only touches the line once. It only touches once, okay? So that's one intersection point. So this is our y equals m3x minus 2. And this is our other curve, okay? Okay, so we need to find the intersection point, and then we only want one solution to that, okay? So we can go down to 9x squared plus 6x minus 7 is going to be equal to the m3x minus 2. Okay, now next, what do? We need to rearrange, so we can expand the brackets to start off with. So that would be 3mx minus 2m, and we can move that to the other side, so that'll become 9x squared. So 6x minus 3mx, we can write that as 6 minus 3m x, like that, factorizing it. Then minus 7 plus 2m will equal to 0, okay? Now, we want only one solution. We can't solve this because we have two unknowns. However, we have a bit of information. We only want one solution. Now, you should know from something called a discriminant, that discriminates between quadratics and tells us when there's only one solution. And there's only one solution when the discriminant is equal to 0. What is the discriminant? B squared minus 4ac. BAC, where's that coming from? That's coming from a quadratic formula, which is ax squared plus bx plus c, which is our form. It's the reason why I factorized and rearranged it in this form. So b is clearly 6 minus 3m, and c is 7 minus 7 plus 2m, and a is 9. Okay, just coefficients, comparing the coefficients. Okay, so let's keep going then. So b squared is going to be 6 minus 3m squared. And then we're going to do minus 4. A is 9, clearly. And c is minus 7 plus 2m. Okay, so let's expand this out. So it's a double bracket, so you can expand it out. We will get 36 minus 3 times 6 is minus 18 times by 2 minus 36m plus 9m squared. This one, I'll do it in 2 steps. So minus 4 times the 9 is minus 36, minus 7 plus 2m, like that. And we want this, this is all equal to 0, isn't it, from before? Because we want the discriminant equal to 0. Now we can expand these two brackets. So we'll rewrite this, 36 minus 36m plus 9m squared minus 36 times by minus 7 will be, check a calculator for that. 252, okay? And minus 72m equals to 0. So we'll collect the m's from the numbers. So 9m squared is the highest power of m. Minus 36 minus 72 will be minus 108m, okay? 252 plus 36 will be plus 288 equals to 0. However, now, we should see that it's all fairly divisible by 9. So that will become, if you divide by 9, m squared minus 12m plus 32 equals to 0. Now 32 clearly, which two numbers at times to make 32 and add to make minus 12. Clearly you can see 8, 4, add to 12, but we want negative, and we want two negatives to get the positive, and the two negatives give us minus 12. So minus 8 minus 4, so m squared minus 8, sorry, it's not correct, m minus 8, m minus 4 equals to 0, so m equals to 8, m equals to 4. Those are the two values. Okay, so the best thing to do here is we got m, and we know a, b, and c from the quadratic formula over here in terms of m. So we can use that. I'll bring that back down for us, and we can use that to solve this part of the equation, okay? So a is 9, b is 6 minus 3m, and c is minus 7 plus 2. We know from the quadratic formula x will equal to minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, so in this case, our minus b was 6 minus 3m. So that would be minus 6 minus 3m plus or minus square root the b squared, which is 6 minus 3m squared, minus 4ac. Okay, minus 4 times 9 times minus 7 plus 2m over 2a. Okay, so 2 times 9. Now on the bright side, we know that this b squared minus 4ac is 0. So there's only going to be one solution. So we don't need to worry about that. It's just minus 6 minus 3m over 36. So that would be 3m minus 6 over 18. So for when m can either equal to 8 or 4, if m is equal to 8, then x will equal to 3m minus 6 over 18, which will be 24 minus 16 minus 6 over 18. So that would be 18 over 18, which is 1. And then y, remember we've got the equation y equals to m 3x minus 2, which is going to be, in this case, 24x, because m is 8, 24x minus 16. So you can do 24 minus 16, which is 8. Okay, and then the next case is m is equal to 4, was it? Okay, so m will equal to 4. So then x will equal to 12 minus 6 over 18, which will be 6 over 18, which is a third. And y will equal to m 3x minus 2. So that would be 12x minus 8. So 12 times a third is 4. 4 minus 8 is minus 4. So that is the other coordinate where this would be the case.